All right, here we go.
Hi. Okay. Hi, I'm Pam Marcil. I'm the Public Relations Director at the Detroit Institute of Arts. And I've been asked to talk a little bit about our internships here. Interns are so important to us, especially in the communications and marketing department, because a lot of times it actually helps both of us. I don't really believe in busy work, and I don't think anyone at the DIA does for interns. We've never had an intern that just, copy 10 million copies for a meeting. We really want our internships to be meaningful. And for those of you who might be applying to internships anywhere, know that, there's no experience necessary, and that we all know that you're here to gain experience. So at the DIA, for example, a typical day might be scanning newspapers to see if there's any coverage about the DIA, logging in media hits. You might be asked to write a news release with help, of course, and also I would go over the news release draft with you to point out things that could be stronger, or maybe things that aren't necessary, or if it meets AP guidelines, that kind of thing. But I'm always really excited to get interns because I really like that they can apply what they're learning in school to the real world, because that's what you're going to need once you graduate. And a typical day, boy, even in this department it's kind of hard to say, but it could be things like I mentioned about, covering media hits, contacting media to pitch a story, various things like that. And we've had interns that work 2, 3, sometimes 4 days a week. We really work around their schedule, and we try to have a very meaningful experience for them. So if they're interested, for example, in event planning, we don't do that in this department, but I would focus on whatever it is. So if it's media relations, I would try to focus the internship on those kind of duties. I think the best quality in an internship is, dependability, number one, enthusiasm, interest, that they really are eager to learn, and having a personality that can really get along with a variety of people. When you're ready. A good thing to bring to the interview with you is a resume, and some of you might think, well, geez, I haven't worked in the field, so I don't have a resume. But you do. You have your school resume. You can put down what classes you're taking, what your interest is, any volunteer work you've done, any languages you speak other than English, those kind of things, and that's also very impressive. The interview process basically is getting to know the person a bit, finding out what they want to get from the internship, and letting them know what we at the DIA expect of them, and then writing a report if they need it for credit, that kind of thing. Here we dress, I guess you would say, business casual. Some men wear suits and ties, and I guess if I was going to be an intern, I probably would dress a little more on the business side than the casual side. But the DIA is a pretty relaxed atmosphere in the offices here.
Okay, whenever.
And if you're interested in doing an interview, for those of you interested in applying for an internship at the DIA, you could contact our Human Resources Department, and that information is online at dia.org. The importance of internships cannot be overstated. Number one, that's really good to put on your resume if you're applying for a job. And two, we have hired interns who have really impressed us, and it's worked out extremely well.